All right, so what do we got going on in the world of COVID? Unfortunately, it's a lot and not a lot of good news. But what do you have for us today?
It's not a lot of good news. So I wanted to start by first talking about the daily numbers. So record level cases reported in Washington state surpassed the original record of 2,600 in the daily cases. So in Seattle alone, as of yesterday, 149 new cases, 7-day average of 141. Almost 1,800 cases in the last 14 days. And we have a little over 9,000 cases, positive cases, 2 hospitalizations. And the number that you saw there that I want to zoom in on right now is 0.6 prevalence. So the reason I want to zoom in is because I wanted to find a real example to express, like, what does that prevalence mean? So a 1% prevalence in Washington on Thanksgiving means that statistically 76,000 people will have COVID on Thanksgiving. Potentially 40,000 of them will be asymptomatic and bring that COVID-19 to their dinner tables. So statistically, that means that 450 people carrying those infections on Thanksgiving Day will actually have died by New Year's. So that is a jarring number. So, I mean, that's getting really close to home, guys. So it's really, really important that we, take these local health officials at their word when they're urging us to respect the stay-at-home order, because we're in the situation that we're in right now because of this next story that I'm bringing to you from our friends at KUOW. And that is this headline: Washington wedding with more than 300 guests linked to 17 coronavirus cases. So 17 doesn't sound like that much, but there was another example similar to this in Maine, where they had even less people. And over the course of the contact tracing, they were able to get over 170 cases confirmed. 7 people died. Not one of those were guests at the wedding, and 6 of them were in an elder care facility. So because these people held a 300-person wedding in Maine, they killed somebody's grandmama. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to respect these stay-at-home orders. Yeah, so those are the 2 major updates.
Yeah, I just, it's a lot of people. We talked about it yesterday. It's a lot of people at home today. I mean, and we talk about it's really a sacrifice, especially a lot of people in the service industry. They're just out of work. It impacts us here at Converge because there was a few people who were volunteering here, and they were able to volunteer here because they got back to work and working, and now they're just, man, they're out of their job. Hopeful, Trey Holiday, that 4 weeks that life will return to normal, although some people are saying that 4 weeks from now, hospitals might be full, and then the governor's like, oh, we can't lift this for 4 weeks, and you're talking about into the new year.
Yeah, we saw this with the first round of COVID, honestly, and thanks for reporting on that, Nikki, because we saw this. I mean, we saw that we didn't know how it was going to play out. And again, that you could say 4 weeks, it needed 6, it needed 8, it kept extending. So we'll see.
Yeah, when we talk about this, it's important to note that there's a delay in how it happens. So we had things like fall weddings, end of summer weddings, as well as Halloween. Then we saw this huge insurgence. So then now we're going to see this. I mean, it's probably going to see this again because we're seeing articles and we're seeing stories and people talking about how they're not going to respect the order, and they're going to have their Thanksgiving dinners anyway. So I don't foresee that these lockdowns are going to go away anytime soon. Oh, looks like we lost you.
So now I'm gonna add myself back in here. Huh? How does this one work?
Yeah, new studio bugs.
I think I'm back.
I can see you. Oh, so your laptop camera is up and working. So it looks like they just probably need a few minutes to get the studio back up and running. But in the meantime, I have a couple more clips if you want me to.
I see you.
Through.
Can you see me?
I can.
Oh, okay. So we're back now. We got time for one more, Nikki, and then we got to take a break.
Okay, sounds good. So kind of what I was talking about, how people are saying they're not going to respect the cases. I wanted to bring up one clip that I hope will maybe encourage people to pay attention to this order. And it's another one from our friends here at KOW. And it's about healthcare workers. They're tired and frustrated with COVID complacency as the cases surge. I think, healthcare workers have come out publicly. Nurses have, especially here in Seattle, released a statement saying, we don't want your pizza orders. We don't want your applause at 7 p.m. every day. What we want is for you to stay home and respect these orders. We're tired. We're getting COVID. We're dying. Like, please just stay home. So that's my final clip for you is if you're not going to listen to me, the governor, listen to the nurses and the doctors that you hold so in high regard.
All right. That's what's up. We're quick on our toes back here in the studio, huh?
Yeah.